November 13th, National Indian Pudding Day. No idea what the heck this was. I didn't know if this was Middle Eastern Indian pudding or Native American Indian pudding. So I had to research it a little and I found it's Native American Indian pudding. Interesting, it's kind of a cross between like a custard and polenta and bread pudding, and kinda like, I don't know, it's just a weird mix of thing that you bake. You kind of do a little bit on the stove and then you mix it all together and then you bake this thing. Water bath it actually. So it's kind of like a custard but with the cornmeal, so it makes it bready. I don't know, bread pudding-ish it looks like anyway. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what this one turns out to be. But here's what you need for today. Let's get this one started. I'm anxious to try it and see what it's all about. It's got some great flavors. It's got some molasses and sugar and cinnamon and ginger. So it's going to have that nice fall kind of flavor to it, I think. And you serve it with some ice cream or whipped cream. And we have both in-house. So we're ready to give this one a try. Alrighty, here's what you need. Be right back. Okay, for our Indian pudding today, you'll need a quart of milk, a half a cup of cornmeal, 2 eggs, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a quarter teaspoon of ginger, a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of butter, and a half a cup of molasses. Okay, so first things first. Take your quart of milk into a saucepan. And we just want to scald our milk. Okay, so just as soon as you see it start to be hot and foamy, you're good. And while we're waiting for our milk to scald there, we'll take the rest of our ingredients, our eggs, just give that kind of a light heat in there. Add your cinnamon, your ginger, our salt, our butter, which we melted, okay, and our molasses, which is the key ingredient in today's show. That's what gives this thing its real kick of flavor. Okay. Okay, and once you've scalded your milk, you want to gradually whisk in your cornmeal to the milk, okay, but a little bit at a time. Because the whole idea is you don't want to have lumps. So if you just dump this in there and then try to whisk it, you're probably going to wind up with some lumps. So just drizzle a little bit at a time, little by little by little, and make sure you whisk it vigorously, okay, to really incorporate the cornmeal, but without all the lumps. Just keep whisking. You take it off the heat, you just keep whisking. It gets to be almost like pancake batter. That's the consistency it seems to get like. I'm just whisking and whisking even though it's off the heat, just to pull some of this heat out of here a little bit faster, because I think it's a little too hot for what we got to do next, which is add it to this. And you know, when you add it to, you know, to like make a custard or something, if it's too hot and you add it to your eggs, even if you temper it, sometimes it cooks the eggs right away and scrambles them, and that's what you don't want, because we want the eggs to cook when it's baking for an hour in our dish, or in our casserole dish, okay? So I'm just whisking this just to pull some of the heat out of this. Okay, so now we're just going to add a little, tiny little bit at a time in the beginning, just to, again, temper our eggs. We don't want to cook them, okay? So you just do a little bit at a time. Okay, so now I have a well-buttered, just go around, make sure you really butter it pretty well, the inside of a casserole dish, because you don't want this to stick to that. And I'm just going to pour this right into that dish. Use a spatula, will be better, as I make a mess. That's what I do. What you do is take your casserole dish, sit it inside of a water bath. It's going to go into a 350 oven for 1 hour, and we'll see it when it comes out, and we'll see what we have today. I have no idea what this is going to turn out like. I hope it bakes like a custard kind of thing, because that's what it looks like. Alrighty? See you in an hour. There it is. It's nice and dark, and it's kind of jiggly a little bit. Let's see what this is all about. got a weird consistency. I mean, it's kind of loose, almost like, I don't want to say a custard. Maybe. It's got a great smell though. It smells very malt. You could smell the molasses. I mean, that's the key ingredient here. It's still hot, obviously, as you can see the steam coming off of it. So I'm just going to put a little whipped cream and give this one a taste test today and see what we got here. I hope it doesn't, I've never made it before. I don't know if it's supposed to cook longer. I don't know if it's supposed to look kind of custardy. I have no idea. All right, let's see what we got here. It's interesting. It almost tastes kind of pumpkin pie-ish. I guess because of the cinnamon and the ginger, you know. But it's not as sweet as like a pumpkin pie because there's no sugar in it. So the sweetness only comes from the molasses. It's really good though. I mean, it's different. See, it's got this like custardy consistency, almost like a pudding, but a little looser. Again, I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. It's actually pretty good though. It's great warm with a little whipped cream on it. I'd be interested to see how this is with some ice cream on it. Perhaps later when we have it again. Because I got a lot of it here. Cool, something interesting, something new to try. Indian pudding, everybody. Give it a try, it's really not hard to make. And it's got a great molassesy flavor, you know? Alright, we'll see you tomorrow. I don't even know what we're doing.